Welcome to tonight's product session. It's on NeoLifers Super Gro. And today, what I'm going to cover is what Super Gro is, how Super Gro works, and most importantly, how to use it safely and effectively. Now, many people underestimate the importance of water and take it for granted. Whether you're maintaining a home garden, managing commercial crops, or caring for landscape, you've likely experienced the frustration of treatments that don't seem to work as well as they should. Now, today we'll explore a simple tool that can help you get more from your existing water and plant treatment. For the guests on the call, my name is Connie Zandela, and I'm the product manager for NeoLifers Africa. But let me start with something you've probably noticed. After watering or spraying your plants, water often forms beads that roll off the leaves and the soil instead of soaking in. And this happens because water naturally wants to stick to itself, and that's a property called surface tension. While this is normal, it can create problems for plant care. Now think about washing your dishes with greasy residue or leftovers. Now, without detergent, the grease just floats on top because the water can't break through to actually clean the surface. That's the same principle that applies to plant care. And Super Gro is this concentrated multi-purpose surfactant, which means it reduces the water surface tension, allowing it to work more effectively. And when you add Super Gro to water, it penetrates the soil. It reaches deeper root zones where plants can access it. It reduces water waste, which is usually seen as runoff and evaporation, and it improves the effectiveness of agricultural treatments. Now let's understand the science behind Super Gro's effectiveness. Now, here's the science bit that usually gets people talking. It's all about the wonder drop, making water wetter. By reducing the surface tension of water, Super Gro ensures that more water gets to your plant's roots and sticks around, which is crucial for better growth and less waste. It's like making every drop of water count, ensuring your plants get the hydration they need right where they need it. And it works through 4 distinct mechanisms. First, as an emulsifier, it breaks down oils and waxy barriers that can prevent water and nutrients from reaching the plant's roots. Think of it like this. Plants' leaves often have a slightly waxy surface. Under normal conditions, water will form small beads on the plants, lawns, and gardens and will not spread out evenly. That's similar to how water and nutrients can struggle to penetrate waxy leaf surfaces or oily residues in the soil. Second, Super Gro works as a wetting agent. This is where the wetter water concept truly shines. Many areas of the country suffer from soil condition commonly referred to as the hard pan. This condition exists where the soil gets so tightly packed and dry and water soaks into it very slowly. This can result in substantial water loss due to runoff and evaporation. By lowering the surface tension of water, it can penetrate even the tiniest spaces that it couldn't reach before. Now look at this picture of a leaf. On the left-hand side, you see how water just sits on top of the leaf in round beads. It's struggling to soak in. But on the right-hand side, where the leaf is evenly coated, that's with Super Gro added. The water has flattened out and is being absorbed much more effectively. This means water reaches more of the root zone, even in hard or compacted soils. Which brings us to the third mechanism, where it acts as a spreader. Super Gro helps water spread evenly across the entire plant surface, ensuring maximum coverage. This is especially important when you're spraying treatments. You want them to cover the whole leaf to be effective. And last but not least, as a sticker, when you're applying valuable agricultural treatments to your crops, you want them to stay put, and Super Gro helps them stick to the leaf surfaces instead of washing off with the first rain. This means your treatments are more effective and you don't waste valuable resources. Which brings me to the key benefits of Super Gro. Firstly, you'll save water, and this is huge. Water is a precious and often expensive resource. Super Gro helps every drop penetrate deeper and stay longer with your plants, meaning you spend less time and money on watering and getting more efficient use of this vital input. It's about sustainable practices that could potentially give you a competitive edge. Next, it's enhanced nutrient uptake. Your agricultural treatments will work better. Insecticides, herbicides, and fungicides are all major investments for your crops. Super Gro is a high performance adjuvant, meaning it helps these treatments do a better and more thorough job. And the purpose of an adjuvant is to improve the application or the effectiveness of the product it is added to. Super Gro enhances your agricultural inputs by helping treatments penetrate deeper, stick better, spread more evenly, and stay longer on the plant, rather than just sitting on the surface or being washed away. Now, the University of Nairobi conducted control field studies to test Super Gro's effectiveness, and this is what this independent research found. Now, we know tomatoes often suffer from a disease called early blight, and in one test, using Super Gro helped cut this disease by 46%. That's better than what the growers saw when they used a leading fungicide by itself. This is because Super Gro brings fungicide into closer contact with the plant and keeps it there longer, meaning better protection and potential savings from less frequent applications. Even for ornamental crops, the study found on roses, it significantly decreased red spider mites by 43% and powdery mildew by 33%. This means healthier, stronger crops, effective pest and weed control, and you get the absolute maximum return on every rand or shilling you spend on your agricultural inputs. Next, it helps roots grow deeper. Strong roots are the foundation of a resilient crop and a good harvest. By allowing water to reach deeper into the soil, Super Gro encourages robust root development. This means your plants are better equipped to withstand dry spells, access more nutrients, and ultimately deliver a more consistent and abundant yield even when conditions are tough. Now it saves you money. That's another benefit. Beyond saving water and making agricultural treatments work harder, Super Gro is incredibly cost effective in itself because it's super concentrated. This means a small purchase goes a very long way, significantly reducing all your overall input costs and boosting potentially your farm's profitability. Another benefit is that it's safe. It's a non-toxic, non-caustic, non-flammable product. However, it is crucial to understand that Super Gro's safety is ensured when the product is used correctly, and this means adhering strictly to all application guidelines. Furthermore, it is a biodegradable product designed to break down naturally without harming the environment, and its versatility allows for safe use in both indoor and outdoor plants. Now, it works in any weather. Farming conditions can be extremely unpredictable. You can rely on Super Gro, whether it's hot and dry or cooler and humid. Super Gro's performance remains stable. This means consistent, reliable results for your crops and one less thing to worry about no matter what the weather throws at you. And then finally, you can store it for a long time. No need to worry about using it up all quickly or wastage. Super Gro has an excellent long shelf life. This allows you to buy in quantity, take advantage of the bulk pricing, and store it confidently, ensuring you always have it on hand when the crop's needed without any waste or expiration concerns. And now that we've covered the benefits, let's talk about how straightforward it is to use this product. The good news is there's only one standard mixing ratio you need to remember for nearly all application, and it's a simple 1:1000. What this means in practical terms for you is that 1 milliliter of Super Gro for every 1 liter of water. It really is that straightforward. And let's look at some everyday examples you might use. For instance, a 5-liter watering can, you will just need 5 mils of Super Gro. For a typical 20-liter backpack sprayer, use precisely 20 mils of Super Gro. And if you're filling a larger 100-liter tank, you'll need exactly 100 mils of Super Gro. It's that simple. No complex calculations, no guesswork. The single easy ratio stays the same whether you're mixing a small bucket or a large tank. An important top tip for best results is to always add Super Gro to the water, not the other way around. Mix or gently shake your mixture to ensure that it blends completely. This simple step guarantees you get the full benefit from every drop. And Super Gro is designed for effortless integration into your existing water practices. So no matter how you typically water or treat your crops, Super Gro enhances that very process. It's incredibly versatile, working effectively with various application methods. Let's take hand watering, for instance, for small gardens, nurseries, or precise hand application. Simply mix Super Gro into your watering can or container, give it a gentle stir, and then apply. For drip irrigation systems, just add it directly to your main water reservoir at the correct 1:1000 ratio. It will then be automatically and uniformly delivered through your entire drip system. And if you're using spray applications, when you're applying, say, herbicides or fungicides directly to leaves, it acts as that spreader and sticker, ensuring treatments coat the entire leaf surface evenly and stay put. And for overhead irrigation systems, for larger fields using sprinklers or misting systems, it enhances water penetration into the soil. So whatever method you choose, always maintain that simple 1:1000 ratio for optimal performance across your plants. Now, let's look at the best way to apply Super Gro to get the most out of your crops. Now, research and valuable anecdotal evidence has helped structure these recommendations, which are designed to help you achieve optimal results. Firstly, timing is everything. Apply Super Gro during the coolest parts of the day. So early morning is ideal, where your plants are often covered in morning dew. Or apply Super Gro in the evening. That's also effective. The cooler air allows Super Gro to soak into the plant without evaporating too quickly. And if you are watering your crops at these times, it makes sense to align your Super Gro application with your current watering schedule. This saves time and ensures that water and nutrients are used effectively by your plants. Secondly, follow the right mixing ratio. Never exceed it. Use 1 ml of Super Gro per 1 liter of water. This 1:1000 ratio has been scientifically tested for safe, effective results. Never assume more is better. Thirdly, always test first and monitor response. Even though Super Gro is safe, different plants respond differently. Super Gro is compatible with many agricultural treatments. However, you can do a small jar test before large-scale mixing, or test it on a small patch first and wait 20 to 48 hours. And if you see issues, reduce the concentration and always apply during the cooler hours. Next, store Super Gro in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight or extreme temperatures. And it's important to note that Super Gro is designed and registered for agricultural use on plants only. It should not be used on animals or humans. Next, I would like to share with you a product testimony by Collins Chimbalawila, a NeoLife distributor. He shared with me his impressive experience using Super Gro on his crops. He applies the product to a variety of crops, including maize, cabbage, and rice. Collins customizes his approach based on the crop. For maize, he typically soaks the seeds in Super Gro for 3 days before planting. Bean and groundnut seeds, on the other hand, are soaked for 2 days, and he emphasizes that he waits for the seeds to germinate after planting before he begins watering his crops with Super Gro. Thanks to Super Gro, Collins consistently achieves 100% yield from his plantings. He even recounted a colleague's success story where the cabbage grew so large due to Super Gro's use that there wasn't enough room for the plants in the field. How incredible is that? Now, to cover some last key takeaways. NeoLife is committed to adhering to the highest...
Connie, can you repeat that?
Which
Connie?
part? Can you hear me?
Just your last couple of sentences about the cabbage. We missed you there.
You missed me there. Do you hear me
Yeah.
now?
Yes,
Can you hear me now?
absolutely.
Okay. So thanks to Super Gro, can I go back so you guys can see the cabbages? Thanks to Super Gro, Collins consistently achieves 100% yield from his plantings. He even recounted a colleague's success story where the cabbage grew so large due to Super Gro's use that there wasn't enough room for the plants in his field, which I thought was pretty incredible. Now, some last key takeaways. NeoLife is committed to adhering to the highest standards of regulatory compliance and ensuring that the product meets all relevant agricultural and environmental safety standards. Now, Super Gro improves water efficiency by reducing surface tension, helping moisture penetrate the soil more effectively. This supports deeper root access and improved nutrient uptake across a wide range of crops. It's straightforward to use. The recommended mixing ratio is 1:1,000, meaning 1 milliliter per 1 liter of water. So 1 liter of Super Gro is 1,000 liters, making it both efficient and economical. It works with all common irrigation methods, including drip, overhead, and manual application. It's also suitable for everything from seedlings to mature crops. Now, Super Gro is subject to different regulatory classifications depending on the country. For example, in Tanzania, it's officially registered and regulated as a fertilizer, meaning it can be marketed and sold as a product that enhances plant nutrition and yield. And in other African regions, it is classified differently, such as a wetting agent, surfactant, or an adjuvant. And this distinction matters. The way Super Gro is presented, used, and labeled must align with how it is registered in that specific market. Distributors and users must be aware of their country's regulatory status, not only for accurate communication, but also to remain fully compliant with local laws and avoid unintended misuse or misrepresentation. The good news is NeoLife does all that groundwork for you. So what's on the label of Super Gro in your specific market reflects its regulatory status in that country And that is all you need to know to remain compliant with the local laws. And finally, to close, Super Gro supports sustainability by helping make water one of the most limited and valuable resources go further. Thank you for your time.